faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive, able to leap tall buildings in a single bound. Look, up in the sky.
It's a bird.
It's a plane.
No, it's Superman.
It was like a moment frozen in time, frozen in slow motion, an onrushing truck. A young boy on a skateboard. But it wasn't in slow motion. It was real. And unless the truck stopped or the boy swerved, the inevitable would happen.
Watch out! Get him!
Stop! 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 Look out!
Suddenly, the boy fell from the skateboard right in the path of the oncoming truck. I zoomed downward into the street, stopped the truck with my right hand, picked the boy up on my left, and headed for the sky.
Superman!
He saved him!
Let them go!
I came down in a quiet wooded area a few miles north of Metropolis. The boy had a nasty bruise on his knee, and we bathed it in the cool water of a clear stream. What's your name?
Danny, and you're Superman.
How long have you been practicing the skateboard, Danny?
Danny, meet Superman. Boy, wait till the gang hears this.
You know, that could have been a nasty accident.
I sure wish I had the kind of strength you have.
And city streets aren't exactly the place for skateboarding, are they?
Do you have special exercises you do? I mean, like push-ups and all that?
You're not listening to a word, are you?
Sure I am. You come from another planet, right?
Tell you what, Danny, if I answer your questions, will you answer mine?
Deal. Me first. What planet were you born on?
Krypton.
Where's that?
Far away, Danny. Very far away. In another galaxy. You know what a light year is?
Sure. Light travels 186,000 miles a second. So multiply the number of seconds in a whole year by 186,000, and that's a light year.
Good, Danny. Now you can appreciate the distance. Krypton was many, many light years away from Earth. It revolved about a giant red sun and was inhabited by a race of highly intelligent beings. Hundreds of years before, they had solved the problems of space travel, established nuclear energy plants, tamed all the powers of nature, except one. It was my father, Jor-El, one of Krypton's leading scientists, who knew what this power was, and that it was to bring disaster to Krypton.
I tell you, we must evacuate our people to another planet.
Because you hear rumblings in the ground? Don't be ridiculous, Jor-El.
These are more than mere rumblings. There are powers beneath our planet's shell that are beyond our comprehension. Within a year, Krypton will explode like a gigantic bomb.
Jor-El, your imagination's running amok.
Impossible.
Sheer nonsense.
The man's insane.
I was just a small tyke at that time, but I can still hear my mother's voice singing lullabies, crooning the ancient folk songs of Krypton.
Jor-El?
They refuse to listen, Lara. Won't hear a word.
They've had it too good. They're fat, smug, and complacent.
And they'll be destroyed.
And we along with them.
Unless we get out while there's still time.
But how?
I'll build a spaceship for us and our son.
He's so little, Jor-El. So small to die. Can you? Can you build this spaceship?
I can try. I've been studying a small planet in another galaxy. Its people, whom we've been listening to on our interstellar radios, call it Earth. It is a bright new sun, a sun that could mean new strength.
For months, my father labored on the spaceship, drawing plans, collecting materials, revising, improving. In time, he had brought forth a small, workable model, a miniature spacecraft. He was working toward a larger one, large enough for the whole family, when the day of disaster came. As my father had predicted, Krypton had become one gigantic bomb. Tremors shook the earth, huge cracks riffled the surface, gaping holes suddenly yawned. Oceans roared and surged landward. Giant buildings toppled like matchsticks. Great transit tubes reared skyward, twisting, bending. Explosions threw debris into the sky for hundreds of miles. Krypton was dying.
Lara! Lara!
Over here, Jor-El.
Get our son. We've got to make it to the launch pad. Lara, please, do as I say, darling.
Yes, Jor-El.
At the launch pad, my parents placed me aboard the small spacecraft.
We'll never see him again.
It's the only way, Lara.
I hate so to part with him.
At least he'll live.
Hurry, Jor-El. The quakes are coming closer.
Everything's ready. All controls. Countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7,
Hurry.
4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition.
Goodbye, Kal-El.
Goodbye, my son.
Happy journey, Kal-El.
Live, my son. Live.
As speed increases, time expands, slows down. And as I traveled across the billions of miles of space at speeds faster than light, I grew only a very little. By the time the small spaceship entered the solar system, I was still an infant, unable to talk, unable to walk. Soon the ship entered Earth's atmosphere and plunged to the surface on a small farm near a village named Smallville. I don't know how long I lay there, perhaps for days, until I was finally discovered.
Hey, Martha.
Need something, Jonathan?
Come here, Martha. Look at this thing.
What is it?
Well, I'd reckon it was a rocket ship.
I'd reckon the same, Jonathan.
Somebody's idea of a practical joke, I guess, or a publicity stunt. Let me get this consarn thing open. Well, I'll be.
It's a baby.
Baby boy.
You think he's a Martian, Jonathan?
Heck, Martha, why, just look at him. Just as human and cute-looking as any baby I ever did see.
Oh, he's such a darling, Jonathan. Just what we always wanted, but never could have.
Now, don't get your hopes up, Martha. You know we'll have to take him to the foundling home.
We could adopt him, Jonathan.
Only if the home passed on us, Martha. We'll see. Maybe.
Have you made any decision yet, Doctor?
You've got to realize, Mrs. Kent, that the Smallville Children's Home will have to make a thorough investigation before the boy is passed on to you for adoption.
Of course, Dr. Thomas.
And we'll make every effort to locate his real parents first. Other than that, I can only say he seems to be a healthy baby. Very healthy. Yes. Goodbye.
Doctor, look at this.
What is it?
It was a toy truck. I gave it to him this morning.
Did he throw it?
No, Doctor. He just mangled it in one hand.
Now, nurse.
Not only that, look at this hypo needle.
It's broken.
I tried to vaccinate him just a little while ago. The needle won't penetrate.
Impossible. It must have been a bad needle. Here, go back and try it with this one.
Oh! Dr. Thomas! Dr. Thomas, come in here quickly.
What's going on?
Look!
What's he doing up there?
He's flying.
He can't be.
He is. Just look.
I don't believe it.
Neither do I. Let's get out of here.
Nurse!
Doctor, you're so pale.
You don't look so rosy yourself. Look, get the kids on the phone. Tell them they can have the child, and to come pick him up right away.
Of course, I was very small then, and a lot of it I don't remember. It came down to me in stories told by my foster parents. But as I grew, I began to sense the powers within me. One day, walking home from school alongside the railroad tracks, I heard the whistle of an approaching train behind me, and I began to run, just for kicks. At first, it was just a lark, but as my strides lengthened and my pace picked up, I began to notice I was keeping up with the train. Putting on a burst of speed, I went ahead of it, past it, and got to the crossing in plenty of time. And I wasn't even out of breath. As time went on, I found out a lot of things about myself, about things I could do that others could not. But never was I allowed by my foster parents, my new father and mother, ever to think that because of these powers I was better or smarter or in any way greater than other people. They told me I was lucky. That's all, just lucky. And I guess I am. And when my father took ill and he lay in the hospital waiting for his final day...
I don't have long, son. And there's one last thing I must say to you. You have amazing powers, superhuman powers. Use them wisely and well for the betterment of your fellow men, as a bulwark against evil. And hold fast always to the principles of justice and truth and honesty and fair play. Always. Promise me.
Danny?
Huh?
I didn't mean to be so long-winded.
Heck, I could listen all day. I mean, gosh. I mean, you know, that's some story. I mean, gee.
Look, I've got your skateboard fixed, but you've got to promise me.
I know. Not in the city streets, I know.
Promise?
Promise.
Good. Now, let me give you a ride home.
Up in the sky?
Up in the sky.
Let's go. Up and away!
I dropped Danny at his home, changed my clothes, and spent the rest of the day at the Daily Planet as Clark Kent. Later that afternoon, Lois told me a young boy was waiting to see me. Of course, it was Danny. Come in, young fella. Have a seat.
Thanks. So you're Clark Kent, ace reporter.
That's me.
Boy, have I got a story for you.
Far out at sea, 200 miles from the nearest land, a small fishing boat bobs on the ocean swell. There is no one aboard. All is silence except for an ominous ticking below deck. Ticking off the hours, the minutes, the seconds, until... Blinding light fills the sky, brighter than the sun. A towering black cloud like a huge mushroom blooms upward into the heavens. Giant tidal waves form in the waters and rush landward. Thousands of miles away, in the city room of the Daily Planet in Metropolis, the presses are stopped.
Copy.
Joey, hold that lead on the president. Bullet coming in.
You got the mayor's office on the phone yet?
I ain't even had lunch.
Copy.
City desk. What? Lady, an atomic bomb just went off. We don't have time to rescue cats from trees. Call the SPCA. City desk. No, as far as we know, there were no casualties. That's right. Washington says it was probably a small bomb. 5, 10 kilotons. Yeah, okay. Lois, where's Kent?
Fishing.
What?
No kidding. He's up in Minnesota with Jimmy Olsen.
What a time to pick to go fishing. Get him back.
I'll try. Daily Planet, Lois Lane.
Listen, lady, and listen good. The bomb we triggered in the ocean was a baby, a mere 4 kilotons. The next one will be over 100.
Who is this?
Never mind, just listen. We want $10 billion in gold. It will be placed aboard a 747 jet airplane, fully fueled in Gander. We will give further instructions at that point in time.
Who's we? Who are you?
We are Force One. Unless the gold is placed at our disposal by noon tomorrow, your charming city of Metropolis will be reduced to rubble.
Is this a joke?
You may treat it as a joke if you wish, but 12 noon tomorrow is reality time. By the way, 100 kilotons isn't bad for a homemade bomb, huh?
Hello? Hello? Hello?
In the mayor's office at City Hall, Lois tells her story to city officials, scientists, members of the FBI, and CIA.
Could this be a hoax?
We just can't take the chance. Not in the light of that explosion at sea.
It's 5 o'clock now. That leaves us 17 hours to find the bomb.
Sure, but how?
What do you think, Mr. Mayor?
Frankly, I think we only have one hope. Superman. Can we contact him, Lois?
Clark Kent might.
Where is Clark?
On vacation, Mr. Mayor, with Jimmy Olsen at a fishing camp up in the Minnesota wilderness. I placed a call, but so far no connection.
I hate to be a wet blanket, but we now have 16 hours, 59 minutes, and 30 seconds.
At that moment, in an abandoned warehouse in downtown Metropolis, 3 people sit in the rear of a trailer truck. 2 of them are hunched over a large mass of metal and wire. The third, a man with a scar running from left eyebrow to chin, looks on.
Hey, cool it, man. That thing's supposed to go off at noon tomorrow, and I'd rather not be around.
That's what I'm working on. The timer. Ah, there. Okay, let's try it.
Try what?
The moment of truth, sweetheart. See this lever here? I move it this way, you know. After that, Either the timing mechanism starts, or the mass becomes critical, and we all go up in atoms. Right, Trask?
Well put, young man.
Wait a minute. Can't we get away from here? Do it by remote control?
Jenny, darling, we'd have to be 300 miles from here, which we will be if the timer works. Go ahead, Randy. It's your baby. Well done, friend. Well done.
Call me Einstein.
Now let's split this town.
In time, Jenny, in time. Our plane is at the airport. First, we drive our little firecracker to ground zero, directly in the center of Metropolis.
What about the gold?
Don't worry, we'll get it. They'll follow my instructions.
Seconds into minutes, minutes into hours, the time passes as Metropolis sleeps. In the very center of the city, beneath an old railroad bridge, stands the truck, its cargo ticking toward death. At the Daily Planet, the sweep hands of the electric clocks move silently.
Lois Lane?
Ready with that Michigan call.
Hello?
Rainbow Lawn.
Is Clark Kent there?
Hello?
Is Clark Kent there?
I can't hear you.
Clark Kent, is he there?
Oh, yeah, that fishing fella. He was. He ain't now.
Where is he? It's very important.
Well, now, him and that other fishing fella. What's his name?
Jimmy Olsen?
Yep, that's him. Anyways, they took off.
Took off?
Rented one of them light planes they did. Fishing weren't no good down here. Went north.
Where north?
Well, near as I can figure, I'd say maybe 200 miles up to the Quetico-Siberia area.
Can they be reached?
Well, there ain't no folks up there. Not to speak of. Just fish.
5 o'clock, Mr. Mayor. 7 hours to Holocaust.
There must be some way to reach Kent.
In the dark, 200 miles into nowhere? How?
I've got an idea. It's a long shot, and we'll have to wait until it's light.
Dawn breaks over northern Minnesota. Waist high in the rippling waters of a gently flowing stream, Clark Kent and Jimmy Olsen cast for trout. The sky brightens.
Hey, Clark?
You got a strike?
No, look at that.
What?
That plane. He's skywriting.
Skywriting? Out here? Ridiculous.
That's what I was thinking. What's to advertise around here? There's no people.
It can't be fish bait.
He's coming this way.
There he goes again.
A-B-O-M-B.
Clark and Jimmy watch the letters appear in the sky, slowly, one by one, until...
A-bomb. Metropolis. Get Superman. Lois. Let's go. Ah! Oh!
Clark!
I twisted my ankle. Maybe broke.
Grab my shoulder.
No.
Come on!
No, you get back to the Rainbow Lodge. Just get me to the shore and you get back to the lodge. Call this number, 516-9206 in Metropolis. Superman will answer. Tell him what goes.
Clark, I can't leave you here.
Don't argue, Jimmy. Do it. We're fighting time. Make the call and get back to Metropolis. Send the plane back for me. Now, get moving.
Leaving Clark Kent on the shore of the stream, Jimmy Olsen charges towards the seaplane and takes off. As the plane scuds across the lake, Clark Kent watches it rise into the sky and disappear over the trees. Moments later, he emerges from the tent as Superman and zooms upward. Streaks towards Metropolis at fantastic speed, and within 2 minutes stands in the mayor's office in City Hall.
Right, quiet, please, quiet. The bomb is set for noon, Superman.
That gives us less than 5 hours.
And we have no idea what part of the city they placed it.
Hold it. One question. Does that bomb emit radiation?
Yes, it does.
Okay, there's our hope. Wish me luck.
Look at that!
Right out the window.
Amazing. He'll find it.
Rocketing upward, Superman speeds to the Metropolis Geological Laboratory, picks up an ultra-sensitive Geiger counter, and then zooms into the skies above the city.
There's something. Let's check it out.
Superman dives down at tremendous speed.
Small private hospital. Could the bomb be in there? Well, we'll find out with my X-ray vision. Radioactive tracer material. The patient may live, but not unless I find that bomb.
Blasting skyward again, Superman circles over Metropolis. Another hospital brings him to Earth. Then a government laboratory. But the bomb still eludes him.
11:40. 20 minutes to go and no sun. Nothing. Listen to that. Maybe this time. Seems to be coming from that old railroad bridge. It's the bomb inside that trailer truck. Gotta move fast. This is it, all right. But bolted down and just 15 minutes to go. No sense trying to pry it loose.
Stepping outside, he picks up the entire trailer truck and takes to the skies. Traveling at a rate approaching the speed of light, Superman races toward the sun. 1 million miles from the blazing star, Superman screeches to a halt. And rears back and hurls the bomb straight into its center.
Strike one for you, Force One. The other two come later.
Exploding within our great sun, the homemade A-bomb is a mere puffball. The sky brightens only slightly, and on Earth a few sunspots are recorded, for nothing that man can make is mightier than the forces of the universe. Later, in the city room at the planet.
Well, look who's here. Clark Kent, Cub reporter.
Why the sarcasm?
I don't blame him. Where were you when the bomb hit the sun?
I almost broke my ankle in that stream.
You don't seem to be limping.
Well, it healed.
I sometimes wonder about you.
Why?
You're never here when Superman saves the day. You must have a block.
What about that terrorist group? I read about it on the way from Minnesota.
The FBI finally got a line on them. Force One, they called themselves. 2 men and a girl. They were picked up trying to board a plane at the airport.
It's a nice feeling, isn't it, to have the FBI around? And, of course, Superman.